Hi guys, it's Kaitlyn from SquareOne Physiotherapy. Today I'll take you through 30 minutes of a mat class. You can do just at home with only a chi ball in case you need some inspiration. So what we'll start with, let's start by lying on our sides going into a book opening, and this will help warm us up, ready for the exercises to come. So lying on your side, knees bent up to 90 degrees, we'll have your top knee on the chi ball, the bottom leg straight out underneath. Now you can get a towel to support your head, otherwise you can use your bottom arm. You're going to inhale your arm up to the ceiling and exhale, follow it back behind you. Inhale back up to the ceiling, exhale back in front of you. And out. Perfect. So the whole time you want to make sure that your knee is keeping the chi ball pressed down against the bed the whole time. So it just helps target our upper back that little bit better and keeps it out of our lower back. So we're just targeting a thoracic. Good. And have a play with the position. If you don't like your arm out long, keeping your hand behind your head does the exact same thing. So this can be nice for people that might have some shoulder pain or neck pain. And play around with keeping your head on the bed. Can also feel quite nice as well. Perfect. Let's go for one more. Inhaling in and exhaling over. Perfect. So for you, you can just roll over to the other side, but for the purposes of the video, I'll turn around this way. Okay, so top knee on the chi ball, bent up to 90 degrees, bottom leg out long, supporting your head, arm out long, and again, inhaling your arm up to the ceiling, exhale, take your arm over behind you. Inhaling back, exhaling to the starting position. Good. And you just want to feel your ribs wrapping around as you're coming out to the side. And then back to the center. And again, remembering those different arm positions I took you through before. So both hands behind the head. Good. And alternatively, arms out long. This is personally my favorite one. I feel it a lot better throughout my upper back, but it's up to you and what you prefer. Good, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. So let's go for one more here. So breathing in up to the top and out to the side. Good, and this is just a really nice exercise to start with, just to warm up your upper back, and it's particularly good if you've been working from home and you might be feeling a little bit stiff in your upper back as well. So now let's go into an exercise called leg circles. So you're going to place the chi ball underneath the bony bit of your bottom, and you just want to make sure that your trunk here is almost feeling like a bit of a hammock, like in a bit of a banana shape, so it's not making you arch out like this. You just want to be sinking down in towards the mat. Okay, let's start with our left leg just bent down on the mat and our right leg will be up straight. So what we're going to do is you're going to inhale your leg across your body, exhale, sweep it down and around, out to the side and back up to the starting position. So inhale, exhale your leg out, down and around, back to the starting position. Now the whole time you want to be making sure that your tummy doesn't move. So you want to be able to move your leg whilst keeping your trunk completely still the whole time. So I don't want you to be going down and then losing it through the tummy. So if you see here, my tummy doesn't change as I take my leg out and around. And you can just keep your hands on your hip bones and your lowest ribs just to check in with yourself now and then to make sure you're keeping them nice and still. Let's go one more to the side. Perfect. Now we're going to go back out to the opposite direction. So just doing nice big circles with the leg. And this is a core exercise as well as a leg control exercise, because you really have to keep your ribs down the whole time and your hips nice and level because you're balancing on the ball. Go one out to the side. Now if you're finding this a little bit easy at home, guys, you can have your opposite leg in tabletop and then complete another set of this again. So now it's even harder to keep your hips level, and there's a bigger demand placed on your abdominals and your tummy now to stay still. Good. Now we'll swap to the other leg. I'll place my leg down on the mat just so you can see better on the camera. But yes, if that was too easy, place your right leg up in tabletop whilst you do this. Good, swinging your leg out and around, back up to the starting position. Inhale across your body, exhale, take your leg out and around and back up. Perfect. Now if you find you get a bit of clicking in the hips throughout this, just limit your range of motion to a smaller circle. So you might find you will just do your circles here instead of through here. And that's okay. Just adopting to different bodies and what feels better and what doesn't. Good. Okay, let's go for 2 more here. So for me, just checking in with my body, doing this on my left leg is harder for me to control my tummy. So just becoming aware of what's harder and easier for yourself, and just keeping that awareness into your tummy as well. Good. And reverse the direction. So coming out, down, across, and back up. Out, down, across, and back up. Good. And again. So if you find that the back of your legs, so your hamstrings are quite tight, you can alternatively also have a bent knee whilst doing this. Might feel a little bit better for you as well. I like feeling the stretch, so I'm going to keep my legs straight. But just giving you some options at home for those that are following, just so it's more comfortable for them. Good. Perfect. So now we're going to keep the chi ball here. We're going to have arms out long. Float both legs up into tabletop. Cool. So you'll be in 90 degrees at the hip, tummy down the whole time. So keeping your hands by your side, what we'll start with is we'll inhale to prepare, and as we breathe out, we'll dip our toe down towards the the mat, and then coming back up. Inhale as you come back up, and exhale, drop your legs down. That may have been a little bit confusing, so what we'll do, breathe out as you drop your leg down, breathe in as you float your leg up. Breathe out as you drop your leg down, breathe in as you float your leg up. Perfect, and this is just a good one for your deep core, and it's harder being on the chi ball now than it is just lying down on the mat, because you have to focus on keeping your hips level the whole time and your ribs drawing down. So keeping that slight banana shape as we were talking about earlier. Good. Now, for those at home who find this too easy, another option, float your arms up to the roof. Cool. Stabilize, find that balance point. Float one leg down and back up. So your body's going to have to make a lot more adjustments now, so it's a bigger demand placed on your trunk stabilizers. You can see I'm wobbling a little bit, but that's okay, as long as you're keeping your tummy engaged and your spine staying still the whole time as you're dipping your leg down and floating it back up. Now you'll notice the angle between my knee here doesn't change the whole time, and that the movement is primarily coming from my hip. Okay, we're going to go for 6 more. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Brilliant. Now the next one we'll go into, we're going to straighten one leg out and then back in. So with this one, guys, the lower you take your legs, if I would straighten my leg out here and back in, that's going to be harder. So you just find what works best for you. So you want to feel like you're challenging your tummy muscles, but you also want to make sure you're not arching as you're lowering your leg down like that. So tummy in, straightening one leg out, and then come back in. So I breathe out here, breathing in to control it back, breathing out, breathing in to control it back. Good. And again, you know the drill at home, guys. You can have arms up to the ceiling and complete this again for an added challenge. So it's a bit of balance here as well, you'll notice. Great. Okay, let's go for 8 more. So this is 1. Good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Brilliant. Now again, hands down or hands up, we're going to be straightening both legs out long and then coming back in. So this is harder again, so we're gently building up the load on our tummy, so making it gradually harder and harder again. And again, you can try with arms out long, so straightening the legs out, breathing in. Good. Breathing out, and then breathing in. Good. We're going to go for 8 here. This is 1. Good. Keep the tummy down. 2, 3, 4. Perfect. 5. Good. 6. 2 more, keeping your hips nice and level. 7, 8. Perfect. Hug your knees into your chest. You can roll them side to side to feel a little bit nice after that through your lower back. Good. Okay, so next, let's go into a chest lift. So you're going to place the chi ball underneath kind of bra strap level, nipple line for guys. You're going to place your hands behind your head and you're going to keep your elbows out nice and wide. So again, legs can be down or legs can be up and tabletop. So the ball will feel like it's just in between your shoulder blades basically. I'll keep my legs down for this first couple. So what we'll do, we'll start in our neutral spine, so not hanging all the way back. We'll just start just above. We're going to inhale to prepare. And as we breathe out, we're just curling our upper body up and then peeling back down. So I just want you to feel like you're just lifting your shoulder blades up and curling towards your hips and then coming back down. So you might feel a little bit of a shake at the top here, which is okay. That's what we want. We know our tummy's working. And then inhale, controlling it back down. Good. Again, for that added challenge, guys, we can do it one leg and tabletop or both. Good. And you want to keep your elbows out wide the whole time and imagining you have almost like a golf ball underneath your chin. So you're not having your chin poke out the whole time as well. So you're keeping your chin in here. And that'll be in a much nicer position for your neck as you're peeling up. So just keeping as much space as possible through the front of the chest. Good. Okay guys, let's go for 5 more. Inhaling, exhaling. Good, controlling it down. Peeling back up. 3 more. 3. 2. 1. Hold, arms out long. We're going to hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hug your knees into your chest. Nice work. That was good. Good tummy work there. Okay, so what we're going to do, actually let's stay on the mat, lying on your back. So this one's for your tummy again. And it takes a little bit of coordination, but bear with me. So you'll have legs and tabletop to start with. Hands are going to be behind your back as you just did in your chest lift. You're going to peel up, getting your shoulder blades off the mat. Oh, I'll just move the microphone. Sorry. You'll peel up. And what you're going to do, take your left elbow to your right leg and then straighten your opposite one out long, and it's holding the chi ball there. What you'll do is you'll curl up, change to the other elbow and straighten the alternate leg. So curl up into a ball, use the other elbow to grab the chi ball and pressing it against the knee the whole time. So coming in, swap elbows and out long. Coming in, swap elbows and out long. And this, using the chi ball, just helps you rotate from your upper back as opposed to just turning with your arms. So it helps you, if I explain it like this, it helps you actually rotate your body either side in the crisscross as opposed to just turning your elbows like this. So what we'll do, let's go for 10 in a row. Okay, find your starting position. We'll have left elbow against the right leg. Good, inhale in, exhale over to the side. Inhale in, exhale over to the side. Good, this is 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're going to go for 1 more set of 10 there, so really getting a bit of a tummy burn here. And what I want you to focus on in particular is once it's in between your knees and you're in your starting position, when you're straightening your leg out long, you're really turning towards the side you're bending to. So coming back into the center and turning away. Back into the center, turning away. So you're not staying hunched up into a ball. Really open out through the middle of the chest. All right, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Now we're going to go into some bridging. So we'll place the ball in between the legs, hands down by your side. Feet are just going to be bent up close towards your bottom. You're going to breathe in to prepare. And as you breathe out, you're going to flatten your lower back against the bed, and you're going to take your hips up to the ceiling as if you're peeling each vertebrae up off the mat. You're going to inhale at the top, and you're going to exhale, rolling down from the sternum, trying to peel down through the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, back down onto the mat. Good. We're going to go for 10 here, guys. If this is too easy, straighten out one leg. So same motion applies. You will find though, if you're using one leg, that it will lower as you raise to keep your hips level and then roll back down. So as you flatten your back against the bed, take your hips up, leg will lower, so thighs are level, hips are level, and you'll come back down. I'm going to go for 5 more here. 1, 2, 3, good, 4, and 5. Good. So we'll go through another 10 just for those at home. So if you're double leg, continue with another 10 here. If you're single leg, you're going to swap to the other side. So left will be out long, right will be bent up. Just make sure the chi ball's in the middle of your knees there. You'll notice when you start to peel up, you won't feel comfortable otherwise. And we'll go through 10. So that was 10 there. 9. Good. 8, really pressing through that right heel. Making sure we're getting that flattening of our lower back against the bed first as we peel up. Good. 6. 5. Good, nice work, guys. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Perfect. Good. Hug your knees into your chest again. So that exercise in particular was really good for the back of the legs, hamstring, glutes, and just getting some spinal mobility as well. Okay, so now what we're going to do is go into a roll up. So we'll place the chi ball underneath our feet, and we're going to reach our legs out long. So keeping some pressure down against the chi ball the whole time. So this exercise is just to help facilitate some really good spinal mobility and some abdominal work as well. So I'll demonstrate it first, only because it's a little tricky for me to talk and do this at the same time. So you're going to reach your hands overhead. You're going to inhale to prepare, and as you breathe out, you're going to float your arms up to the ceiling, curl up into a chest lift, and peel all the way up until you're sitting. So here we go, breathing in and breathing out. Good, and you just want to keep some pressure against the ball the whole time. Hold this C curve, and then rising tall from the waist up. Good. Okay, so now we're going to inhale here, and exhale, breathe out. Peel down segment by segment until each vertebrae is touching the bed. Perfect. And again, breathing in to prepare. Breathing out, curling up, hold the curve, stack tall, breathing in, and breathing out to peel back down. We're just trying to get each vertebrae moving one at a time, getting as much mobility as we can. And again, breathing in and out. Good, and stacking tall. Breathing in at the top and breathing out as we're rolling back down. Great, let's go for another 5 here. That's 1. Stacking tall and peeling down. Breathing in and out, curling up. Good, that is 3. 2 more. Just reaching your fingertips as long as you can. Stacking tall and peeling down. You want to try and come up in one smooth motion. So trying not to get stuck halfway. And just breathing out as you're coming up will help facilitate and prevent you from getting stuck. Good, keeping pressure down into the heels, into the chi ball the whole time. And this just helps engage your posterior chain. Good. And relax at the bottom. Great. Now, what we're going to go into is an exercise for your obliques next. Can't talk today. Go turning onto your side. You're going to place the chi ball underneath your lowest rib. You're going to reach your bottom arm out long. Your legs are going to be reaching out long, so making sure when you look down to your body that you're in one straight line, hands behind your head. As so. Now, just thinking of your setup, you want to make sure you've got that little gap underneath your waist and the bed, so we're not letting our hips sink down. So keeping some tummy on and keeping your body nice and straight. Cool. And how the movement is going to go is you breathe in to prepare. We'll start lying with your head on your hand, and as you breathe out, just curling up through the waist into a oblique crunch, and then lowering back down. So breathing out, reaching your top elbow out long. Good, inhaling on the way down. Now the whole time, your hips shouldn't be moving. Your top hip should not be coming closer to your head. The only thing that's moving is like your thoracic, so your upper back, bending up, and then lowering back down. And just keeping some awareness if you're doing any twisting movements when you're coming up. So you just want to imagine like you're sliding in between two planes of glass. And this is going to really engage your obliques the most here. Good, breathing out, peeling up. Keep going with this here, guys. And back down. Good, breathing out to come up. Now if you're struggling with your balance a little bit, you can place your feet one in front of the other, just to give you a little bit more support. Good, keep going here. We're going to go for another 6. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're going to hold for 10 at the top. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then lowering back down. Great, so now we're going to go over to the other side. You can just roll over where you are, but just so you can see me, I'm just going to change to the different side. Okay, so thinking about your setup again, chi ball underneath your lowest rib, legs out long, bottom arm out long. Alright, hands behind your head like such, resting down on your bottom arm to begin with, making sure you got that little gap underneath your waist and the bed, and the mat, sorry. Inhaling to get ready, and exhaling, reaching your top elbow up long, coming into that side bend, inhaling to come back down. Exhale, coming up, top elbow up long, and inhaling to come back down. Good, again, moving in between those two planes of glass and not having any twisting motion in your upper back. Brilliant. Perfect. Again, exhaling, coming up, bending through the waist, inhale, back down. Perfect, we're going to go for another 6 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, good, and 6, and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower back down. Great chance work, guys. We'll cross your legs here. Bring your hands forwards and just sit back onto the heels, reaching the ball out long. So now we're just getting a stretch through your upper back, lower back, Holding this position here for a few breaths, focusing on breathing in deep towards your bases of your lungs and breathing out. You can roll the ball over to one side, go back into a child's pose position is what we call it, breathing into the base of the lungs and then breathing out. To finish, let's roll the ball over to the other side. Breathing in and breathing out. And this just helps get a nice lat stretch down through the side. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed that, guys. And if you like any more inspiration on the chi ball, just flick us a message and we can send more right your way. Thank you.